Hello everybody, welcome to the second video Tuesday. This is going to be a really cool one. It's going to go over a champion I'm really enjoying at the moment in Cavalier. So I've just before recording this video, doing more paths of the final Cavalier difficulty. I got that little one shot in with against MCOC, and I'm looking to experiment with a few champions. But the things that are most important is getting champions to clear paths for you, especially if you're looking to preserve those champions that are going to take on the boss. I mean, for me, it's all about Human Torch, and it's all about Cap America Infinity War. And funnily enough, I'm actually playing them as non-throwing heavy attack or special attack champions. So that's something just to kind of mention. It's just that I don't want to trigger the immunity buff. And yet, there's probably a better way to kind of play this champion. Which is basically, if you don't know, it's right back at it and also kind of empowered immunity. But mainly for right back at it, when the defender is knocked down with heavy or special attack, they become debuff immune. I just don't like it. Don't like the way that it's kind of doing. So I like to find counters around that. Which, if you don't know, if you haven't seen the video I just posted earlier today, it was all about using champions, but not using the special attacks or heavy attacks. And in particular, just keeping my distance, which I can do pretty well. And also, if you've got Nova Flame, you can do a lot of damage. But this video is not about that. This video is going to be all about using Warlock in the paths. Man, I love it. The node in particular that we're looking to not exploit, but yeah, exploit to a degree, is between Infectious Wrath. Yeah, it's definitely Infectious Wrath. When attacker gains an indefinite passive fury, increasing attack rating by 35% whenever the defender tries to gain health while heal blocked. And that's great because as part of the kit for Warlock, he is building up to an infected. So if you get 20 on and then turn into infected, so let's just say 20 yellows go to 1 red. That means you're infecting the enemy, which we're going to showcase in a minute. I just want to explain it in a very kind of bog standard way. So yes, hit them 20 times, whether in a block or not, and you build up to 20, converts over to the red infected. So just kind of explain that. But yeah, let's just roll, and I'll just talk about why I love this champion. Even better if you've got Suicide Masteries on, but I don't. So let's just see this lovely footage. And here we go. So first of all, starting off with a Falcon Fight. And again, as I said, the build up for me is just kind of building, 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 building. You see the top right hand corner. We're going yellow. We're now going red. This is the point where it's going to stop the champion, because the enemy has, as part of the nodes, it's going to build up regeneration, which is suppressed by the abilities. You're also going to see that passive fury build up nice amount of damage. It's a spicy amount of damage in a shorter rate of time. So within what? That's 27 hits. Ooh, 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 that damage already. Just massive chunk just taken off in an instant. And this is a 23k from a medium hit. It's just ooh, 16k, ooh, 16k. It's nice. It's really nice. The same principle as I said, this is just why this just melts. It's just insane damage. And it's so enjoyable because of the heal blocking. And yes, as part of the node, you do have that interactable thing. That additional to that is Indomitable. No, it's nanite healing. So it is Indomitable. The defender's healing abilities can't be reversed, and as well nanite healing, where every 15 seconds the defender passively regenerates. So it's regenerating, but engineered fracture, which is whenever a tech attack inflicts a defender with an armor break debuff, the defender is also inflicted with a passive heal block for 10 seconds. So that's something to point out as well. So it all works really, really well for a quick build-up of quick, rapid damage. And this is what I like. This is saving a lot of time. And this is something I must commend Kabam on, is that this is helping out a lot. Because there's content I want to do, but I just don't have the time to do it. And as well as probably videos. I made a mistake there, by the way, on screen now. Yeah, that's it helps out with me with the grind, and I'm able to get on with that content, and as well arena grind, because I want to do that. It's nice to kind of have that balance there between grinding at an arena and as well kind of quickly doing these quests. So going out with the Karnak Fight. This is a little bit of a tricky one. Not a massive fan of Karnak, but it's just a bit of a slow process really. Depends really with how the interaction goes. Does the champion throw the SP1? Does he not? But Yeah, it is such a sick champion, especially if you've got, as I said, Suicide Masteries are going to ramp this damage up. It's going to be quicker. It's going to be more punchier. Long distance relationship does kind of like ruin this is on one of the paths, like it ruins it a little bit because it's like the ramp up is not going to be there for the big yellow numbers, if indeed. So I'm just like swiping back, trying to get it off. It's off. Now I've got the 10, going to the SP2. Nice, good amount of damage there. Boom. Oh, that's some tasty amount of damage. And also, if you do like parry heavies with the bleed, the bleeds ramp up relatively well. So that's something to kind of like say as well. With that, you will see some like good numbers with the bleed. I think in some, there we go, 1k ticks. I think I saw. Or was that degen? Might be getting confused there. A little bit of dropped inputs, but that's something a lot of us are experiencing at the moment, and a bit of a missed time. But again, that goes down to a lot of things like lag and performance with the game. But it is what it is. You know, I can have fights where everything is absolutely fine with no particular problems. And then the next one, I've got all these kind of like dropped inputs, lag, combat lag that is, juddering, and it's just things are really off. It's kind of weird. But apart from that, you know, getting the wins, getting a win, and this champion with the damage rate that it has and functioning at low health is actually more beneficial for what it does below the, I think it's 40% threshold, if I remember rightly, with one of the masteries. But this fight here with Longshot, man, I've got to remember to kind of like SP1 evade is always going to be on point with this, and as well just kind of like enjoying the good times. So the build up, oh yeah, thank God. I always kind of worry myself, like, am I evading correctly? I don't want to hit up on SP2, I just don't. And we see a good bit of scale up, but it's a bit slower than I normally kind of would play. I think it's definitely kind of like, it's nice to kind of like get away with the rust, the fight rust that one has, but it's still nice to see massive ramp up, massive damage, and all that good stuff. And that's the thing, if you're looking for options, then Warlock as a rank up, it's great. You can do Unawakened and it'll still be of value to you, especially with what you're seeing with interactions of heal suppressing and other elements. If you want the degen side of things, and that's the thing, I wanted to use as more of a main champion, especially when it comes to map 6 grinding in Alliance. And I just feel that the extra punch from degen, the degen damage, was something that I wanted to do. And I'm quite happy with that decision. I think I used a Tech Awakening gem on this 5-star Warlock. And given the opportunity, I probably would do the same on a 6-star. And again, the reasons and the structure to that is just to grab that extra punch of degen damage, which you can see sometimes it's not so excessive, but at the other times it's nice to have that just ticking away. If that's ticking away like a nice little chunk of damage, then as long as you're ramping up, you're seeing some real kind of like nice elements of improvements to a main champion that you would use in your grind, utility, but also adding that extra damage potential that he could indeed get. So now we've got the same problem, that I'm just going aggressive with this because, like, I don't care about the long distance relationship and the reduce down the weakness, as it were. But look, it is what it is. Got the W, get the wins and all that stuff. That's all that counts. And I thought what I'll do just after this is end on the one shot of MCOC. Now again, like, I thought I'd just add this in just to kind of like showcase what there's starting off I did wrong. Okay, so that's doing the heavy attack there. I think I just tried to like build up my max temperature, or try and get to my max temperature quicker. Now Nova Flame, this is the only reason I think that this really works. And as well, like I've had this issue for a little while, ever since the most recent update, where if I'm at the back of the screen to the left, if I go for a dash, it puts me into a medium, and then I have to frantically swipe in order to kind of get myself kind of like dashing. So it's a bit annoying. But you can see that Nova Flame is just beautiful, man. Beautiful. And I'm trying to keep the champion as best I can to the SP1, but unfortunately ticks over to the SP2. And because I'm still not kind of like comfortable with kind of evading this, I think it's just like to go basic and just go into a block stance. So there we go. Get the I parry the special attack, which helped a lot. But then, you know, here's the thing. Again, if you're wondering why I'm not throwing a special attack, it is because I'm just not comfortable with pushing the immunity buff that you get from the interaction. So if the enemy champion, so MCOC's going to get an immunity buff, so that's not really good for what I want, because I want to rely a bit more on the parry. If they made this champion more like stun immune, I'll probably be a little bit more annoyed. But as I always say, like, if you're going to go, oh, well, you know you should be playing it like this, this, and this. Well, here's the thing. If it's stupid to you, but it works, then it's not stupid. And this is the thing. This is the difference between using a revive and not using a revive. They're same principle. I ate in the block. Could I do it with a 4-star? No, I could not. Did I make a mistake with pushing to an SB2? I did. Is it going to cost me a revive here? No. Is this going to work? Of course it is. There we go. SP3 and over. So it's like, yeah, in the noobest possible way, you can get it done. And, well, as long as you got a Human Torch at 5-star, and as long as you got an Overflame. But it's all good. And in any case, come on by tonight, because we're going to be finishing off, hopefully, a large chunk of Cavalier. And I'm really looking forward to doing that, because I really want to smash this out so I can get back into grinding Act 6.3 and smash that out by the end of the month. 100% that, and then move on to other content, maybe 100% 6.4, maybe even 6.2, and take it from there. So it should all be good. Thanks very much for watching this video. Make sure as well to check out some of the other content posted recently, including the Cav video, the Cav counters video, and lots of videos to still be posted this week. So hopefully, you know, check that out, and I'll see you later on for the stream. Bye bye.